the prize, I follow through. I'm unstoppable.
Welcome to Charmingly Toxic, where Prosecco meets psychology. And we're not diagnosing, but we are side-eyeing the charm, control, and emotional chaos. Hey, Joanne.
Hello, Denise.
Are you ready to recap all the shows today?
I'm very ready.
Cheers to recapping and to this long week being almost over.
Cheers to you, Denise. Happy holidays.
And I am going to plug Silk Bar again. Maybe someday, hopefully, I'll manifest them running ads on my podcast. Best Prosecco ever. I got the new liquor store down the street ordered it for me.
Nice. Now you got the hookup. That's pretty good.
There we go. All right. I think we should start with the Summer House trailer.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say, did you listen to Danny Pellegrino?
No.
Okay. So he has some thoughts on this, but let's break it down first. What did you think of them starting with the scenes of them all being friends in the past?
Yeah, I loved the Paige in there, right? They're just like, don't forget, Paige was here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was good. I feel like they're setting up the ending of it, maybe because of the new show that they're doing of them in the city, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that is what Danny said. He said this is clearly old cast bringing in the newbies, which is good because we need the newbies. And then at the end of this, they'll go off and start the city. So, but they show some of the newbies. This new guy from The Bachelor in Australia. You think he's cheesy? Do you know him from watching it?
I do not. No.
How old do you think he is? 30s?
A good question. I don't know. He seemed like later 20s at least.
Okay.
He didn't seem too young.
And do you think it was the editing, or do you think Amanda really thinks he's hot?
I think it's the editing. I'm sure he flirted with Amanda. I do think this whole Kyle Amanda thing is nonsense.
Okay, so let me tell you what Danny said.
Let me hear
And
it.
you know he's got the inside. So he said he thinks, but I think that means he knows that all of this drama with Kyle and Amanda on the trailer is going to be the last episode, and that they really are going to separate. But pretty much Bravo was like, you can't say anything because this is going to be like the opening of this new show, The City.
Interesting. Huh. She did a video where she said, yeah, it is true. I moved out. Did you see that?
Yeah, into a playhouse.
So I don't know. I don't know what to believe.
Every podcast I've listened to basically says if she stays with him, like she can't possibly stay with him.
She shouldn't. Not a healthy place for her to be. Like she wants to be a grown up and he doesn't.
Yeah. And he's like, in the trailer, he's complaining to Carl, like, I can't believe I had the biggest DJ gig of my life and she didn't even care.
Yeah.
Why should she care?
Right.
I wouldn't care. So, okay, West and Jesse both trying to hook up with Sierra.
I know.
A little too late. They have no storyline. What's happening?
I think the Jesse thing is ridiculous. Like she's not going to get with Jesse. It's like her brother, I think. I think their conversation and apology, which they teased at BravoCon, seemed pretty genuine. I don't know. I'd love them to get back together, but he's such a doofus and she deserves so much better. And I know you're already shaking your head.
I think West was out there playing the field and he was like, really, there's no one hotter than Sierra. I need to go back to her.
Right.
But that's icky to me.
Agreed. I mean, he was a child. He was younger than her. Wasn't he like 4 years younger than her?
I mean, he does act like he's 12. I don't know. I hope they can wind up good friends and be fun, but she needs someone a little bit more sophisticated, in my opinion.
Don't disagree. I think for the fun of the show, I'd love to see them get back together.
Yeah.
But yeah, she deserves way better. And then Amanda saying that Kyle slept at a fan's house until 6 a.m. That, I feel like it was the same location where they picked up cameras when Craig and Paige broke up? And Paige was like, he said he bought a ring and I don't know if he's lying. I felt like it was almost the same exact setting as.
Like at Lindsay's house?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that is the last scene.
Right.
We have to wait the whole season, but hopefully they have some interesting fights at least we could watch.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fights.
I know. Why do you think? So, okay, we have Kyle throwing a fit at dinner. Was he trying to argue with Amanda at dinner? And everyone was like, okay, we don't need to hear your arguments anymore.
I don't know, but she said, once again, you're making our problems everyone else's problems.
So he throws a fit, storms off. Carl goes after him. And then what happens?
I don't know what he said, but then Carl was like, you're a loser.
Yeah, it was pretty intense
So I thought that seems weird for sober Carl.
because clearly, obviously, Kyle's wasted.
Yeah. Why wouldn't Carl be like, you're an idiot? Like, you're wasted. I'm sober. I'm
He said
above any of
something to
this.
trigger Carl. Like, so,
Yeah.
so it must have been something really mean. I can't believe we have to wait till, is it end of January for this?
February 3rd, it premiered.
Do you think Paige is watching the preview going, thank God I did not film?
Yes. And I don't know if she's watching Southern Charm. I'm sure people are filling her in, but I'm sure she's like, thank God I got out of that relationship.
Well, also, I was thinking they were showing all the parties, these huge parties they throw where they all have to dress up and clean up. And she must be like, I'm over that like 3 seasons ago. I never want to have to set up or clean up a party again.
Randos all about the house with Emerald, like bringing home 2, 3, 5 girls at a time.
Clearly, he's not coming back. There is a girl that looks pretty cute, though, and funny.
The one who said, I just want to eat shrimp and die.
Yeah, that one. I hope they can revive the show. I hope that they do get a winter cast and can bring it back, unlike Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, I haven't watched. No, I have 2 recorded. I have not watched. It's not good.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it can make it.
Do you think we've just aged out of it or?
There's just something that feels inauthentic.
Mm,
When you have such authenticity as Stassi back in, like, how do you can't, especially with them all being on Instagram, you can't get that back.
agreed. Yeah, it's a good point.
Meanwhile, she hosted the reunion for Secret Lives of Human Wives. She looked awful, which I was shocked because every time I see her on Instagram, she looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
So whoever did her hair and makeup, not a great job. And she really got a lot of criticism for her hosting. But I think, honestly, production was in her ear trying to tell her, like, keep it moving, keep it moving. I don't think they really wanted the cast to get into anything because I think that cast just films, like, they just stop filming and pick up 2 weeks later.
Oh, interesting. Now, was it good? You watched it, you watched the show?
I watched bits and pieces. It's a lot. It's a lot.
A lot of soda?
That's all I can say. I don't know if I'll hit season 4. I'm not sure. But let's jump into Greek for the week, Salt Lake City. And I was so excited because I am dying to go to Greece. The scenery porn was everything.
Yeah,
The
it was
food
gorgeous.
porn was everything. I could have just watched a full hour of them eating and looking at the sights.
Yeah. Yeah. It was clearly a 5-star experience because I've heard like mixed reviews about Greece. People liked it that I know that have gone and they're like, yeah, I don't know that I would go back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I thought it looked amazing. Their experience looked incredible.
I mean, you cannot beat the scenery there. I have to see it in person.
Yeah.
And no words about any arguments on the flight on the way over.
Yeah. Was that a private jet?
It kind of looked like it because I've never flown first class overseas. I've flown business class. But those seats did not look like they reclined all the way.
No, and they were facing each other,
Yeah.
sitting like it was a private jet. And the jet, when it was landing, the one they showed said Discover. And I forgot to look it up to see if that was like a charter, maybe a private charter or something
Yeah,
like that.
something. Because if you were flying first class, you would expect you could lay down and have like your own space.
Yeah.
That was a little close for comfort for me.
Yeah. And they had the curtain that they kept going behind. So yeah, I don't know. I need to look up Discover.
So do you think they had an agreement going in like, okay, we're only going to fight about materialistic stuff on this trip. Let's try to stick to that.
Maybe.
But then some of them just couldn't keep it to Porsches and watches. So before they go, Heather and Mary go over to get a Greek lesson at Angie's house. The stuff they were asking how to translate was hilarious.
How do you say piss off?
Like, how do you say this is a snooze fest? Like, there's nothing boring in Greece. We would never even use that term. It's like, no, I really want to go. So then they cut right to Santorini. Okay.
No, wait. We have to talk about Lisa packing.
That was obnoxious, but fit the episode if they were going to just fight about who has more labels.
I mean, she has all of the Gucci boxes behind her. Like, okay, that wasn't staged. And then she's talking about, well, I have 60 Chanel bags in the other room. First of all, you're just inviting the robbers. Like, didn't Kathy Hilton?
Exactly. Kyle Richards and
Yeah, their houses got broken into at
yes.
BravoCon. Ding dongs, 60 Chanel bags and then a whole box of Versace in the other room. I'm like, gross lady. People are starving. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Why do you need all this? Like, what does that say about you? I don't know. That was a lot.
No
Oh,
bad.
I did like what they had on at the airport because a lot of times when we see other casts, they dress to the nines to go to the airport. And I appreciated the sweatsuits and the sweatpants and no makeup.
Except for Brittany was in a cutout dress. Yes, I agree. I was like, look at them all being comfortable. This is so realistic. And then they showed Brittany, and I thought,
But that's her, you know? She
totally.
can't ever be unmasked or, dressed and made up to the nines. But Bronwyn, really, with the no makeup, I was like, you go, girl.
I know. Agreed. I
Loved
just
that.
really kind of love her.
And can we talk about for a minute, Angie? Okay, so they land, they're eating. And I wonder too if in Greece, if it's like southern Italy where all the food is the same everywhere you go and people get sick of it after a while. But it looks so delicious. I don't care. I could definitely eat that for a week.
It did. It looked completely fresh. And
Yes.
yeah.
Salad doesn't look like that in America.
No, it looks so vibrant and yummy.
It's so green. But Angie talking about getting the fat pads removed under her eyes. What is that? Like,
I don't know, but that just seems risky.
I don't ever remember seeing that. I mean, I know people get this top part done,
Right.
but I don't remember her having big things under her eyes.
I mean, she sort of alluded to the fact that it was preventative.
Maybe, but doing anything to your eyes, you have the chance of looking like Kenny Rogers after.
Yes. It scares the crap out of me.
Brave move. So is this when the fights over the Cartier watch starts? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because they get them in the duty free store. I love like Heather's like, no big deal. I bought one for me and you, and there's $6,000. That was crazy to me. I mean, I don't have any friends that could just walk into Cartier and buy 2 watches with
And
no thought.
Lisa was just trying to brush it off and giggling like, "Oh, that's great. Good for you." She was pissed.
So pissed. So pissed.
So what is that about, do you think? Like, why is she so bothered? And they know it's going to bother her, and that's obviously why they did it and brought it up at the dinner.
She wants to look like she is the most successful. It has to be she on that show. It's not enough for her to be on the show. She has to be the most expensive, the most successful with the most expensive house and the most expensive everything, or she feels like she's losing.
Mhm.
And she doesn't want to feel second place anytime. She needs to be number one.
I loved it.
But Mary's funny because Mary has a shit ton of money and she's like, Cartier watches, what?
My God.
They're for old women.
Old women. I know. I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know. Was she saying Rolex is the better watch? I have no idea.
Well, whatever. I got my Rolex first. No, I got my Rolex first. Like, who cares?
Yeah, I had mine before you. No, I did. I could prove it in a picture.
I have 3 Porsches. I had 4. Well, I went up to you. Well, I had mine first.
So she has to also prove, Lisa, that she was more successful first. Not just now, but I was more successful than all of you from the get-go. I've been first forever.
Yeah. Dang. Imagine living that life and like needing glam every single day.
Every day.
Every day. I only put on makeup today because I was like, well, I have to be on camera with Denise, even though no one's going to see it. I don't want to look disgusting for my friend Denise, but otherwise I would have no makeup on.
I always like look like shit when I'm recording. And honestly, when I travel, I barely wear makeup because I find I don't like putting it on. It's not fun. And I just like, I don't even want to pack it. I can't imagine putting it on every day at home and then flying glam.
A glam's worth amount. Like that's caked on.
And then you're flying someone over to do it for you.
I feel like she was local because the girl was from Athens, she said.
Okay, so she didn't pull it, Erica Jane.
No, not this time anyway.
So anyway, they're fighting about this, which is kind of fun because none of them get really too heated. And at the end, they're like, okay, well, cheers to stuff. We all have stuff and we all love our stuff.
Yeah, kept it light.
And I kind of like that. I wish they did that a little bit more often.
I loved how Brittany and Bronwyn were just kind of staying quiet and watching like a tennis match, watching back and forth.
Bronwyn's probably like, I have a whole vault in my cellar full of Rolexes and Porsches and Cartier watches.
Right. And I don't have to talk about it. to be relevant.
Exactly. Okay, so next morning they are getting ready to go to the beach.
Mhm.
And that's when Lisa talks all about her glam. I have glam all over the world, blah, blah, blah. Yes, we know you've been everywhere. So, and you've been everywhere before everybody else went there also.
Yeah. Noted. Got it.
But they're all competing for who has the best beach outfit. Don't you think?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
who
a
is
little
dressed
bit.
the best for today?
I thought Mary's was cute. I thought they all looked cute.
I mean, I don't remember anything standing out to me, but they're all checking each other out. And what does she have on? What is she wearing? Do I look better?
Yeah. Because Angie puts on the Greek bucket hat and Mary's like, that ruins your outfit. She's like, yep, I know. I'm taking it off. Like, no, it's fine if that's the look you were going for.
And she tells them they have bucket-shaped faces?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of that shape. I've heard of shape face descriptions, but bucket? What would that even look like?
I don't understand what a bucket shaped face is. I know square, right? Square
I mean, I
jaw.
think she was implying that they have a big forehead maybe, or she was
And
saying,
that's why they're smart.
yes, they're smart. And then they cut to Brittany. She said, no, because she said square-shaped faces are dingbats.
Dingbats. Congratulations, you're a dingbat.
I mean, what does Mary think her face shape is?
Good question.
She's really can be super rude, but it's also very funny.
It is funny because you know what? She does not lie. She really just speaks her mind and she doesn't say it behind people's back. She says it right to their face.
Yeah, but what if someone said to her, "You have a bucket face"? Like, they don't really say things to her like,
No, they're afraid of her.
yeah. I almost think that they think that she'll, like, cast, like, some evil spell on them. I really do. Okay. So, this is what I was talking about in the beginning. Okay, so I'm like, okay, they must have had an agreement, like, we're only gonna talk about light bullshit because now Bronwyn will not admit to anything that she said before about she and Todd struggling, and she's gaslighting them to the point where, like, you actually did tell us this, you did say this, and she's backtracking.
Yeah, that was really weird.
She looked so uncomfortable. And all I can think of is Todd just giving it to her before she left. Like, you better not say one more word about our marriage on TV.
Yeah, maybe.
Because her face was like, she was so uncomfortable.
She definitely was. And yeah, I thought it was good though. I guess Whitney trying to repair the friendship because Bronwyn, oh no, I guess Bronwyn did that. But Bronwyn went to Meredith and said everything that Whitney told her. And then Whitney didn't say, like, yeah, you told me. Maybe Whitney didn't want to out herself in front of the group. I don't know.
I think Whitney is she tells things accurately. I don't think she lies about scenarios within the group of what was said and what wasn't said. I like that about her, but she also acts like a 4-year-old about it. So I think everything that comes out of her mouth about conversations amongst the women, I believe to be true.
Yeah.
Heather goes to Mary to talk about Meredith.
Right.
So Heather and Mary seem to be in this agreement, like, we're going to stir the pot. Because they're the one that keeps bringing up some more serious shit on the trip where the others are like, let's not go there. Can we just have a fun time in Greece? So she goes to her room and is like, how should I confront Meredith? What do I need to do? Mary's just like, just go for it.
Yeah, say it to her face. Exactly what you just said to me. Say it to her face. Like, not hard.
But they've said it to her face so many times.
My favorite, though, when they go to dinner and they're like, here's some bread. And I forget, is it Heather that says, oh, I'm not going to eat the bread? And then you just hear Bronwyn and Lisa just crunching the bread. Crunch, crunch. God, how awkward.
Who goes to Europe and doesn't eat the bread?
Bread. Not me.
That's part of the trip. So Angie's trying to kind of spread throughout the episode that Lisa is the superficial one. She's not superficial, even though they all are. High on the continuum. Lisa probably is a tad more superficial than the rest of them. But Angie's trying to be like, it's all about, your integrity and friendship and who you are. And so then we cut to Lisa doing glam for 3 hours before dinner where they're all like, oh, I only did my glam in 1 hour.
Yeah, look at me.
I'm so much better than her. I'm so much more real because I only did my glam in 1 hour or an hour and a half. So they leave without her, which I would do.
Yeah.
And she doesn't seem to care.
Nope.
And they all go shopping, which is cute. And I loved seeing that too, because I love going shopping like that and just seeing the sights. And they're saying she shows up 3 hours late, but we see her like walking to find them, taking selfies.
Slowly walking. Like she was not trying to find these women.
Why do you think she did that?
Well, she had a camera on her, right? And she was alone and she got to just take her selfies with her gorgeous glam in a gorgeous location. I mean, I don't know. You know what you're walking into. They're just going to be fighting and yelling at her. I sort of kind of would have done the same thing.
So you think, okay, this makes sense that she just wanted her pictures of herself in Greece and she didn't want any of them in her pictures.
I think so.
That makes sense.
It does.
It really does. Okay, where are we?
So they're at the dinner and Heather's again confronting Meredith.
Well, because Meredith buys her a necklace or some sort of peace offering, right? And Heather's like, I'm not falling for this bullshit. Like, you can't just give me a necklace and we're not going to talk about it ever again.
Although, to be fair, Meredith did try to talk to Heather and Heather kept avoiding her, it sounded like.
Well, I think because Heather wanted to do it in front of the group.
And on camera, yeah.
Yeah, side conversation.
But Meredith is such a lawyer because Heather stated her whole case and Meredith sat there all calm and said, I don't agree with you.
I don't know how many times they have to have the same conversation, but I did like Heather's point when she said, there's been much worse things said about you and you've ignored them, right? Why are you getting so mad about this TikTok that means nothing? Like, why are you purposefully trying to spotlight Brittany as the worst person on the cast? Why do you want the attention off of yourself? Which is exactly what she's doing
Yeah.
the whole season. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Go look over there. Go look over there. Something bad's happening over there, not over here.
Yeah. Huh.
That's her whole game. Because I do think that there's something big in her marriage.
I didn't think of it like that.
Okay. So again, here we go. Whitney, which I love. She tells the truth. We are all protecting something that happened. We are all fighting because how you treated Brittany on the plane. And that's the truth. All of them are fighting terribly because Meredith acted so poorly and she won't own up to any of it. And now they've had to be on teams and choose sides. And here we go. Another narcissistic move. Meredith plays the victim, leaves the table.
Yes. Well, Lisa started crying first about Heather.
Yeah. Did you think those tears were real?
No, I don't. Something's bothering her clearly, but I don't think it was whatever Heather was saying. But yeah, Meredith leaves and Lisa just runs after her.
I think Lisa's also looking for some sympathy. And like I said, I think Lisa and Meredith, they know that their marriages are about to blow up or someone is going to say something about the other. And so they're just trying to do everything to protect each other, even though I think they hate each other.
Yeah, it's they certainly are bonded tight at the hip this season, which is weird. I don't know. I felt like is Lisa still overcompensating for the hot mic situation however many seasons ago?
Yeah, but we all know that was real. What she was saying was true. We all know that there is problems in Lisa's marriage. That's also true.
Right.
But they're like, no, we don't want to focus on that. We want to focus on Brittany being a dumbass. So look over here at this clown that we're going to bully. Did they have previews? I didn't write any down.
Yeah, they did. The only thing I wrote down was the donkey ride. And Mary pretty upset about being on a donkey.
Ew. And they smell so bad. That's probably why. I bet that's why, because her smell thing is like, she's so weird about smells. I bet that's it. Yeah, nothing looked too fun in the next episode, so we'll see. Overall, what do you give it? Who was the worst? Who was the most toxic?
I mean, I do think Angie's pettiness with Lisa was excessive, but I feel like Angie has a good heart and
Mhm.
Lisa doesn't.
And I don't mind that sort of pettiness on The Real Housewives, right?
Yeah,
That's kind of what it's about.
true.
But I have to give it to Meredith again, even over Lisa. 'Cause
Yeah,
she's the bigger liar too, I think, most of the time.
agreed.
Let's hope they have some new storylines coming in because how many episodes are left?
Good question, because that was episode 13 and they filmed the reunion.
Well, they did.
Yeah, they did last
And
week.
Meredith showed up.
Yeah. Somebody walks off is one of the teasers. So I don't know if it's her.
It's probably Meredith.
Yeah, I would think so.
All right, we'll see.
Well, did you see the video of, Brittany has is it a cabaret show or she has
No,
like
I saw some of her singing. She can really sing.
oh yeah, she has a beautiful voice, but she was on Watch What Happens Live talking about Jared Osman, and he is the best voice out of all of them. And Andy was like, "Excuse me, Donnie and Marie are behind you. Like, there's no way." She's like, "No, he's beautiful. He has a recording studio in his house." And then video came out of him singing with her at her show, and he was awful. He was so bad.
I could see Andy getting so pissed, like, how are you dissing Donnie? No one's better. Wow. I didn't see him singing. I just saw her singing. And I was like, wow, you do have a really good voice. Much better than anybody we've seen on Bravo.
Well, it's funny because she said she was asked who was kind of rude to her or something like that. And she said Luann and Andy said, "Well, does she know about your Broadway stuff?" And she goes, "Yeah, well, I said to her, maybe you could do like a cameo on my show." And Luann was like, "No, darling, like I don't do cameos. Like she outsings you." I mean, I feel like I could sing better than Luann at this point.
Gosh, right? Anybody can. We were sending little clips back and forth of her holiday show. She is so awful.
And that Monday Night Football thing,
I did not watch that.
I did not watch it. It looked, from the clips I saw, not good. Heather and Kate
Kate, yeah.
don't know anything about football, and Boston Rob clearly does. So I don't know. I give them grace because it was the first one, so maybe they'll work out the kinks. But I think it would be unwatchable.
Yeah, I don't get the premise of that at all. At all. And so you watch What Happens Live with Heather, you said? Anything good happen on there?
Yeah. So Matt Rogers was on of RHOSLC
Mhm.
Greece, and they did a game like I don't think so, honey, or I know so, honey, because that's what Bowen and Matt do. And Andy asked about Heather and Captain Jason hooking up, and Matt immediately said, "I know so, honey."
Yeah.
And Heather just like coyly was shaking her head, no. And yeah, so he basically said, like, "Oh, yeah, they hooked up."
Definitely more than once too. And good for her. You know, even in Greece, she's like, where are the hot guys? Like she's down for fun anywhere she goes, and she should be. She was locked into some Mormon marriage that was probably so boring.
And couldn't really be herself for however many years after.
Yeah, good for her. Keep up going out there, girl. Okay, Southern Charm. Let's recap it briefly.
Boy.
First, I have to get this off my chest. Whitner, who has a birthday party for themselves that says, dress up as your favorite literary character. It's hot as shit. They're all in sweating in his backyard eating pasta?
Yeah.
What time of year is this? I'm like, this makes no sense.
And there were other, like, who cooked the food? Because he said he was going to cook it and he was advised to not cook it. I don't think Benita cooked it. She was help serving it. Then there were like some other randos at the table plating and stuff. I don't know.
They were all sweating so profusely. Why are they not having like barbecue and beer? I don't understand this. I don't understand this theme. What? That sounds like a teacher saying you can't dress up for Halloween, but you can come as your favorite literary character to school.
In, 90-degree weather and 90% humidity. Enjoy.
Not fun. All the parties so far this year on Southern Charm have sucked.
Yes.
All right. So Craig and Austen, this stupid fight. I mean, here we are. Craig is jealous of Austen because Austen's in a relationship and Craig wants to be in one. Austen is jealous of Craig because Craig's hooking up and he wants to be single and hooking up. They're 37 years old. I have never seen men fight like this.
They are just like, who's the more fragile man boy of the group?
I mean,
Shep will ruin your life. Like, what is that?
okay, so all of that definitely tracks. You know, that Shep's in New York and these girls come up to him and talk about Austen. And just the way Shep was talking, I'm like, I've heard that voice from Shep where he's like, these stupid girls, these dumb girls.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he gets all like irritated, and it definitely happened. And I'm sure Austen was definitely messaging with one of them or hooking up with one of them. Austen, just go on the show and be like, I'm never getting married and I'm just going to meet girls and hook up with them. Why can't you just fucking say that? Why?
I don't know. And it's really shady of Craig to save that story as ammunition. Like, it seemed genuine. No, Shep, don't ruin his happiness. Don't tell him anything. And then he's just going to throw it in his face because Austen made some stupid comment about Sally being in his hot tub.
So I was like, okay, Craig is drinking and maybe doing some drugs here.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, do you think he's back on the pills? Because it's funny, I wrote down, like, he was like Meredith Marks. He went from 0 to 100, like,
real fast and was
Yeah.
very mean for no reason.
Right.
For no reason. Even the girls were like, dude, you got to apologize. What the hell's wrong with you? And he doesn't, in the moment, he's right and he's the victim. And that it was exhausting to watch. I cannot imagine Paige living with that for how many years, seeing him go off the handle how many times, having a fit, stewing over it the next day, waking up. And she's like, are you going to have to apologize? Here's how we're going to manage this.
At Amanda and Kyle's wedding, right?
Yeah, like, why did she stay in that so long?
I don't know.
Unless she thought we're making more money together.
So you're supporting Craig's rant at BravoCon?
Is that what he said?
Basically, yeah.
I mean, I do think in the beginning when she was still like had a crush on him and, that I do think she was like, hey, if we ride this out for a while, it's going to be better for both our careers. Then she fell in love with him, but he is so needy.
Well, he wouldn't back down on it. And he said, I'm not going to be gaslit into thinking I did anything wrong when Austen was just taking like friend jabs,
Yeah, normal guy jokes. I was thinking too, like when he was dating Naomi and she would get so sick of his bullshit and be like, on the cast being like, enough, like you do nothing. You're so annoying. But Craig or Paige never threw him under the bus like that in any
No,
filming.
no. And she even said, like, I am loyal. Like, I am loyal to the death to the person I'm dating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So he clearly was over the edge. And like when they showed clips of him going off on people before, it was the same sort of thing. Like you do one little thing that triggers his insecurity and he's going to go ballistic. I didn't watch the whole episode last night, but I did see when Charlie came over to his house to bring art. And, she said, like, I wouldn't want to be on your bad side. You're a little scary.
I know. And he did get mad at Austen too and said, you said you were scared of me at the reunion. You said you were scared of me. And there's Charlie saying, yikes. I don't want to be on. Like, hello, Craig. Reflect, look in the mirror, take what people are saying.
But I do think this is showing us two separate sides of Craig. One that is like wimpy, needy, and annoying, and another when he's drunk or doing something where he is scary and yelling and unhinged. I also did like that they were making fun of him for wanting to wear black eyeliner
Yeah.
and look so dramatic. And then it was just sweating like,
Sweating down his face. And he thought he looked so hot because his hair too. Like, what is with his hair?
oh, yeah, he definitely thought he looked hot.
Oh my God.
Right. What else you got?
What about this Whitner guy? Okay. So I don't know if you saw this part. He wakes up at 4:35 a.m. every day.
I did see this.
He takes his dog out, has his coffee, goes for a run, and works out until 7, and then he meditates.
So that tells me this guy is super intense.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. I mean, great, but like absolutely not.
No. And then we see he comes from like legit money. I mean,
Yeah,
that
that house that he grew up in.
I mean, that is crazy.
But his mom, I have to say, seems absolutely awesome.
Yeah. And he has siblings, right? He's not an only child.
Has a sister, but he said like he's clearly the favorite because she'll run and hug him when
Yeah, that could be a
the sister's
problem.
like, hello.
I think we're going to see more of his ego
Probably.
come out, but he seems super intense from describing his morning, but right now he seems pretty low key on the show, but I don't think that's his real personality.
We'll see. On Watch What Happens Live, Molly said, oh, he's a total catch. He's the whole package. There's nothing, like, he's great. And she's
Really?
dating somebody. She's dating somebody in her band that she performs with. Now she sings in a band.
Okay. I would like to see Molly's band on the show.
They showed, well, no, online, they showed clips of her singing recently, and a lot of them went out to support her.
Good.
Great voice. Love her. Just love her.
And she always is a truth teller too.
Yep. Sally, going after Sally. I love it.
Yeah, Sally's so unlikable. I think even her mom doesn't like her. She's right. Like, why can't you be like your two other sisters? What the hell's wrong with you? I don't know what the show's going to bring this season.
I don't either, but I will say my takeaway was Madison in her Shep wig and costume looked so freaking cute. Her face is so cute, because she's gorgeous with her long blonde hair. Like, but in that wig and her like little baby face, I was just.
That was a great costume. And I love that she's always drinking non-alcoholic Heineken wherever she goes.
She's like, I'm not going to pretend. I want a beer, but I can't have one.
this is her job and she takes it seriously to the point where she's like, I'll befriend Austen. I'm fine with that. Even when he treated her like complete dirt.
They all did.
I don't know how she's so forgiving.
Well, a fan asked her on Watch What Happens Live, what do you think about all these people that called you trash? And now you have a multi-million-dollar home. And she was like, did you get an apology? Or Andy asked her, and she was like, absolutely not. But I'm going to renovate that house and I'm going to have the biggest party and rub it in all of their faces. So
Good,
good for her.
good. Because Shep is still running his mouth about her. He looks so uncomfortable in these episodes. What do you think's going on there?
Well, again, sorry to go back to Watch What Happens Live. So he was on with Molly and he was like, his shaman in Costa Rica, I'm pretty sure that's what he said, told him to, like, I forgot what it was. It was very, like, it was profound, like, kind of, you have to let things roll off. I don't know, like, for your health, like, you have to just let things roll off and be chill, sort of. I'm paraphrasing, but and he's like, that's how I'm trying to live my life. And so he was very humble and apologetic about a lot of things.
Oh, he
And
plays that card all the time. And
totally,
what does he ever have to be stressed about? His whole life is fucking chilling and relaxing.
I think acting a fool at BravoCon, being wasted.
Oh, he's trying to clear up his image from that. I got
Right.
it. So he went to see a shaman who said, you won't be an idiot next year at BravoCon, but we know.
Right. And focus on the things that bring you joy, like surfing in the morning. And I forget what else it was. I don't even know. But, not doing like,
He's looking old too. He's looking his age, but
yeah,
that guy's never changing. None of them are.
yeah.
If you had to pick one to date, who would you pick?
Oh my God. Oh God. That's a hard one. I feel like Shep because he's got the money and he doesn't want a commitment and he'd take me traveling around the world. Who would you pick? I know you have a bad taste in your mouth from your experience with Shep.
Definitely not Chef. I think Austen because I think he would just be a fun time out and it doesn't look like when he's mean to people, he just ignores them. He doesn't like come after women like viciously that we've seen like with his words or so I think he would just be a fun time. He seems to know a lot of people. You could just go out and have a great night. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm
Well,
talking
let's be honest, we're way too old for any of them.
yeah, and ill. I would like them to show more of Rodrigo's life.
Well, so I loved him being messy about Sally and Molly's fight. He was just there fueling the fire, which I loved. And he was in the audience at Watch What Happens Live, but they didn't really talk to him much.
I really need to Sally to take like a back seat for the rest of the season for me to be on board
Yeah.
watching it.
Poor thing. She's unlikable. It's like the downfall of her and Craig, I feel like, this season so far. She's all mad that he didn't make a move and she's been in the hot tub. And she's like, every time I want a guy, I get them. Sorry, that's just how it is.
She's hard to watch. Is there anything good coming out? Anything better than this we can watch? Anything?
Well, dear, the Traitors.
Oh yeah, when's
When
that coming?
I don't know. Soon.
But this is not going to be celebrities. This isn't just going to be normal people, right?
No, it's what? It's all the Bravo people and Survivor and Donna Kelsey,
Who's that?
Travis Kelsey's mother.
No way.
Yes, way.
Oh, I thought they were getting rid of celebrities.
I think they are. I think they're doing like both. Dorinda's going to be back on. Lisa Rinna is going to be on.
I get more excited about House of Villains because Joel McHale is just so funny.
That looks great. And New York is back on it again. And I love it. And she apparently, Tom Sandoval, she's on like the circuit saying Sandoval's so charming and he's so great. And I loved him. Like, girl,
Is he back on too?
he's on House of Villains.
Ugh. But didn't something happen with him on House of Villains during the filming? Have they filmed it yet?
I'm pretty sure they filmed it. It's coming out soon.
I feel like there was a fallout or something I saw with him. I don't remember.
Yeah, I know. I mixed up the cast of Traitors and House of Villains.
Or were they praising him and saying he was a great, like you're saying that he was like a great cast?
Yeah, Tiffany New York Pollard. What's that name? Pollard.
So when did these come out?
Soon.
Well, if nothing changes Southern Charm, I can't watch it anymore. We'll see. We'll just have to
Yeah.
take it on a week by week basis.
Traitors. I need to watch the challenge reunion from last night. Did you watch it?
No, but that challenge, final challenge, oh my God, someone could have died.
For sure.
That was
sure.
insane. That was the hardest thing I've ever seen them do.
I felt so bad for, is it Adrian? What's his name's partner? Olivia's boyfriend's, Theo's partner. When they got so far and she just couldn't go anymore. And like, that must be brutal to have to quit after putting yourself through that for so long and get no money.
I felt bad for her, but not him because I cannot stand him.
I can't stand him either. And I saw Jordan on an interview saying, they asked him like, who's the most overrated and overpaid? And overpaid, he said Veronica, because they pay based on how many seasons you've done. It doesn't matter if you've won. Did you see that?
Keeps coming back because we always ask each other. She's so large. She doesn't even try to get in shape. Oh, this makes sense now. Okay. I like that. I like that. I do like that Olivia won, even though I don't like her. Do you think she was pregnant during this?
Yes, they said it came out that she was. She didn't know she was pregnant. Can you imagine?
That's even crazier that she won. I mean, that she was in beast mode.
100%. And thank God she got Jeremy as a partner.
That whole thing was brutal.
I couldn't do a quarter of it. I don't
You know,
think.
Turbo was so pissed when they were like just moving past him, like no big deal.
I know. And then whatever, I don't know. We'll see at the finale or the reunion if he was really her because they airlifted him out.
Yeah. Wasn't his oxygen really low or something?
Yes, that too. Well, I mean, that was way up in the top of whatever mountains. I don't know.
But Turbo is a lot older than the other
Yeah.
people.
He's like 37, I want to say, he said maybe. And then he blocked Sydney, his partner.
She's a bitch.
I kind of like it though.
I mean, yeah. And Turbo's an asshole, but I love him. Like
Yeah.
he brings such joy to me. I don't
Yeah.
know why. He's so, how would you describe him? Like, I don't think animalistic is the word, but like a caveman.
I don't know, but
He's a savage. He looks like an assassin.
yeah. Yes. And yes, we said that before. I think that he'd be like a secret assassin. Him and CT seem to get into it a little bit, but they did on the show a little bit and they did online a little bit. So I don't know if it's for show, but Turbo doesn't seem like he would do anything.
No. So that's on tonight?
It was on last night.
Oh, last night.
Yeah.
I'm so behind in TV. Okay, I'll have to watch that. Okay, so next week, is that the week before Christmas?
No, there's 2 weeks. Yes, it is. You're right. Because the 24th, Christmas Eve, is on a Wednesday.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to play it by ear and figure out what we're going to do. I got to get through tomorrow.
There you go. One day at a time, Denise.
All right. See you next time.
Cheers.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Charmingly Toxic with me, your host, Denise Capurso. Be sure to like, subscribe, and pass on to your fellow reality TV junkies. You can connect with me on Instagram at Denise_support coach and on Facebook at Denise Capurso Counseling and Coaching. This podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. While I am a licensed therapist, I'm not diagnosing anyone for therapeutic purposes, and these are not my clients. Expect sarcasm, snark, and a few clinical insights woven in. I talk about toxic relationships, power dynamics, and emotional safety, but this is not therapy, treatment, or a substitute for professional care. If you're looking for support, please consult a qualified mental health provider. If you're here for validation, insight, and a little side-eye, welcome.
Can't catch up with me, no. I'll spin you round and round. Don't forget who is a crown. Let's not, I'll let you catch up. That no doubt it's me who's running.